Hello everybody, how are you? Welcome to Mi Casa es Su Casa with Lidia and F. Today it's been a rainy day over here in the Houston area, and it's an excellent weather to make any soup. And today I felt like cooking pinto bean soup, and that way I can give you my recipe of how I cook my pinto beans. With that being said, just get comfortable, come on in, this is your casa, and we're gonna get started. So I'll bring you over here to the pot where I will be cooking. It's good to see everybody, and let's see if we can get you a little closer here. Okay, all right, and we're gonna start by you use the amount of beans necessary. I will be giving a present to somebody that had a surgery, so I will make a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave some for home. And this is about 2.5 pounds. So, you know, if you want to make 1 pound, I'm just gonna tell you how I cook them. And to that, I'm going to add 8 cups of water. Okay. And I like to cut up my onion. You can chop it, feather it, however you want to. This is going to get dissolved eventually, but it's great flavor. So one, you can do medium onion. And I have here 2 tablespoons of oregano. Very important. Oregano gives very good flavor. Let me see. I want to make sure that it's not too much. It's good to have oregano, but enough for the soup, but not too much that will make it bitter. You have to kind of eyeball it. So let's see here. I tell you what, and instead of the 2, I'm going to do a tablespoon and a half. Okay, and I will be using my pressure cooker, and we'll close it. Once I close it, all I have to do is let it get soft. There we go. And it'll let me know when it's done. So until tender, and then I will see you in a moment after they're done, and I'll let you know how I season them at the end. See you soon. Sorry, I forgot to tell you before we leave. I have to put one of the most important ingredients. It's the garlic. I used my chopped garlic. So you can be generous, about 2 teaspoons, I say, because garlic will not hurt your soup. It's going to give it flavor. Okay, so there it is. And now we close it. I'm sorry, I couldn't let you go without telling you about garlic. Of course, everybody uses garlic for their so okay, and now we let them cook, and we'll see you soon. Okay, while the beans are cooking, we are going to make a delicious rice, because rice and beans go together and it's perfect to have with some soup. So let's get over here, bringing you to the pot. See if I can bring you to where you can see it better. Okay, and that way you can see it better. Okay, and I will add a little bit of oil, 2 to 3 tablespoons, and I have let's see over here, 1 cup 1/3 of rice, 1 cup and 1/3. So that means I went a little bit over the cup. Okay. And to that, and instead of salt, just to give it a little seasoning, a little flavor, we're gonna add, be careful with the bouillon. Chicken bouillon, it can be salty. So it is about a tablespoon, but not very full. You can always add when you taste it later on, but I don't want to get it too salty, okay? All right. And to that, I'm going to add just a little bit of onion and bell pepper. So I chop, I'm gonna say less than a half of bell pepper and like 2 tablespoons of onion. Let me tell you, this combination over here, it's a keeper. If you have nothing else but this for your rice, it's the bell pepper. I highly recommend it when making rice. You got to have it. And also you're gonna see what we're gonna do with the beans when done. Okay. And now all this, what I'm doing is I'm letting everything kind of like toasting the rice, if I may use that word. Like if you were doing a stir fry, but what you really are doing is incorporating all those flavors of the bouillon, the onion, and the bell pepper to the rice with that oil. What oil? You can use olive oil, you can use any vegetable oil. I am using soybean oil. Can be any oil. Cooking oil, of course. And the trick I have shown you before is you are going to put your thumb and the water has to be up to the middle of your thumb over here from the level of the rice. That's how you know how much water to use. Okay. Give it a good toast. Okay, let me get the water. This is the perfect combination, rice and beans. Sometimes you don't even feel like eating meat. I mean, you can always add a good plate of any other meat to go with it, an additional plate, but rice and beans, to me, when I cook beans, I have the opportunity to have a bowl of soup with rice. Okay. Now, I have here 2 cups of water, but we will see once I start adding. Perfect. 2 cups was perfect for this. So, probably for about a cup and 1/3 that I had here. And also you have to consider your rice and all that. That's why you're always keeping an eye on your food, because we have general rules, but depending on your rice can be more. Some rice can be hard to cook. You just gotta keep an eye, okay? And so once it starts boiling, I'm gonna cover it until done, because the trick is when the water is going down almost to the level of the rice, Then I lower the temperature, like, I don't know, if less than medium, like if you have a like number 3 or 4, something like that, and you cover it and let it cook very slow, maybe 3, until done, until the rice opens. So that's what we're gonna do. We'll see you then. Okay, now the level of the water, it's to the rice. I tasted for salt. I just added, this is about to be ready too, the beans. That's why you hear that noise. I just added like this little corner of the tablespoon, a little bit more. So now I'm gonna cover it and lower it to very little temperature. It's gonna be like around 3. Okay, and this just gave me a whistle. I'm gonna lower now the temperature to about the same, around 3. Okay, once the rice is done, we're gonna check our beans. So we'll be back. Okay, we are back now, and I want to show you how the beans and rice are doing. Let me bring you over here so you can take a good look and see how this is going. Okay. Let's see over here. And we never stir the rice. I do this at the end to see if it needs more water so it can get softer. So if it doesn't, it's a little hard. So what I'm going to do, add more water, just a little bit more. You don't want it to turn mushy. You want it nice and loose. So I'll put about 1/3, but I'm going to add a little more. So it's going to be probably about 2/3. But it depends on the rice, the amount you're cooking. So that's what I'm adding over here, just to make it soft, okay? Because it's not ready. Okay, and now I open the beans because I am going to add the salt at this point. Okay, let's see if I can bring you to the beans. Closer, closer. All right, I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon. That's just like if you were adding chicken stock. Okay, by the way, I had to take off some beans from my pot because it was just too much. I needed a larger pot. So 1 pound of pinto beans, you can add 1 full teaspoon of garlic, or 5 garlics, or 4. It's never gonna hurt. Garlic just adds flavor. You can add half of small onion to that. If you want more, you can. Okay, it really doesn't matter because you're just adding flavor when you're cooking them. So you cook them in that, and only 1 tablespoon of oregano. All right, and so now I am going to add more onion, probably about a small onion, and I have more than a half of bell pepper here. You can do the whole bell pepper if you want to. It's not going to hurt it. Okay. There is a lot of people that like to add tomato to that and all that. I'm giving you my recipe. For other recipes, you can. When I do my bell pepper was small, you can do the whole. Okay. bell pepper. So now that we have that, we're gonna add salt because we just gave it the salt that the bouillon has, but it doesn't have let's see if we can put, just because I'm measuring. We are back, and if you see me wet, it's because I went outside and it had stopped raining, and while I was outside getting some mail, it started pouring. It's that kind of weather in Houston. So, but I can't wait to show you. Let me bring you over here. Beans are ready. Okay. Rice is ready. Okay. But what is rice and beans without a homemade tortilla? So, let me bring you here to the griddle so you can get a better look over, take a look over there. Okay, and I'm just gonna make me one. You guys know that I'm not an expert. I don't make the roundest tortillas, but I try, okay? Because I do like them homemade. Except I always tell you I didn't grow up making them, but I have done many things over here because I want to, especially when I was raising my son, I wanted to keep it as a tradition that I had to learn how to make it. So we kept those recipes. And so anyhow, this is my tortilla, and remember, I'm used to the tortillas that are thicker, that look more like gorditas, but you can do them as thin as you like them. Okay, so man, I'm just gonna make me one. Excuse me for the experts. So we try over here at Mi Casa es Su Casa. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube and to, of course, this page in Facebook, Mi Casa es Su Casa. We also have a group where you can post recipes. The name is also Mi Casa es Su Casa. Okay, and it helps me with what I'm doing. And I also want to keep all of you in all the groups, so we are a big family. So I will appreciate if you please share my recipes, make comments, and subscribe. So once this tortilla is ready, we're gonna serve and then taste. It's coming up, coming up. Let's see. Get this here. And it doesn't take that long. Yeah, it's that kind of weather. I'm telling you, I went outside for a moment, said I'll go get some mail, and it started to pour like, I don't know, very different, you know, like it was not even a drop of rain, and all of a sudden, boom, it poured. It's okay. And for the beans, because I made them soupy, I added quite a bit of salt, but you don't have to put 3 tablespoons. I have a lot of soup here. So I think the 1 tablespoon of bouillon and 1 more of salt, and that's it. Don't put any more. And this is, I love tortilla just with salt. Oh, it's delicious. I don't know what it is about a homemade tortilla. It just fresh out of the griddle with some salt or cheese. Delicious. Yeah. Okay, now if you can see me over here while that is cooking. I don't mind the bell pepper in there. and the soup and more beans. The day that we cook the beans at home, we always had soup, and I love it. You know, it's just, there's no comparison. That's why the oregano and all those ingredients are so important, because it gives a lot of flavor. Okay, I'm gonna put it over here, and I'm gonna let you see. I've shown you the rice. Okay, see the rice back there. Okay, and all I'm going to do, this is hot, the bowl is hot because the beans are hot. I'm going to put 1 scoop of rice, 2 scoops of rice, how much, it's not that this is the amount you have to put, but whatever rice you like. If it's 1 scoop, 2 scoops, if you like your rice on the side, I'm putting it inside the bowl, as you can see. See? All right. Now, let me cover this rice. Okay. This is delicious. I have a little sour cream. I like my sour. That's how, I'm showing you how I eat my beans. Okay, you don't have to, but hey, it doesn't hurt to know how other people. Okay, show you over here. I'm gonna put a little bit of sour cream in the middle. Whatever cream, if you have creama, the one from Mexico, I'm using a brand from here that I love, and you know, this is good to me. And this cheese is kind of like cotija. It's called hard cheese in Spanish. Okay, it's kind of like cotija flavor. If you, to get a better idea, if you don't know what cotija is, it's kind of like feta but drier. Okay, feta is still moist. This is a drier cheese, but in that family, in that flavor. And then we crumble it like so. Showing you my ways. You can eat it with, hey, you can eat it with other cheese if you want cheese and you don't like that one, or you don't have that one. If you like cheddar cheese on the top. Oh yeah, look at that tortilla. Look at that tortilla. Nothing like homemade tortilla. Wow. And let's see now. I'm gonna put this over here. It helps me hold it too. The tortilla started swelling. The people that are experts, they love it. I'm sorry, here. When the tortilla starts swelling like that, it's a good tortilla. Ooh, what a meal. I'm gonna bring you up here with me. Excuse me that I am all wet, okay? But you guys know already what happens to me going outside. Okay, look at this. And I'm gonna taste everything with all of you. See if I can bring you back here better. Okay, all right. And it's hot. On point. Sour cream. And those beans with that bell pepper. And then I can bite my tortilla. That cheese. And a little bit of rice. And one for you. Delicioso. Super. And for the people that like un chilito, a hot pepper, go right ahead. Stick it over there. For me right now, I'm okay. I always put a little hot pepper. It's always good. In fact, let me show you something. I'm gonna get it out of here. Somebody, my mom actually, when I was younger, like this kind of pepper. This is like chile de árbol. You can roast it over here in the comal. See? And it's gonna be, what you're doing is bringing out more the flavors of the chile de árbol. See? It starts getting darker. I'll show you what they do. Well, actually what my family did, my mom, and I've seen it over here with the Mexican culture too. And you can do this with jalapeno, you can do this with serrano, you can do this with dry pepper, chile piquin. But my memory is about this type of pepper, chile de árbol. Okay, everybody, and we're back. Here is our delicious soup with our pepper. See how black it turned? And ready to eat it. That's it for now. Love you guys. See you till the next recipe. Bye.